if you want to call it that, with everybody.
You hold this.
No.
Brian, what are we doing? Talk to the camera.
What are we doing? See if you can see any deer. Turn them around. Turn your binoculars around.
But still gonna see.
That's the right way.
But I can't see anything.
Let me see.
Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. You just have to turn it a little bit. I can't see anything.
You gotta look out in the field.
Look out in the field with the binoculars. You see anything?
I can't see anything like this.
Well, there's nothing out there yet.
I can see better this way.
Oh, you can?
Uh-huh. Do they like the field?
Yeah.
Where's the field?
All that green grass out there. So we brought the whole family out at a secret hunting spot to try to kill my first buck. We may or may not see any deer with all the banging we're doing.
Well, the good thing is things pretty quiet in here. They can't hear out too good.
Oh, well, that's good.
All right, maybe we'll see something.
Yeah. Tell me how many you see. Come here.
2.
You want to look at them through these?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure there's just 2?
They're walking in circles.
Are they?
They're banging around the rosy.
See them in the camera. Look.
Just staring. One's eating and the other one's just looking and staring. Do it now.
It's another doe. Small doe.
There's another one behind it too.
Daddy can't see.
Still hanging around the feeder.
There's something in that boot. It's rut time in Mississippi. We on the 10-day to Christmas mark and usually starts kicking off here in Yazoo County. Been having some cameras going on some scrapes and rub line stuff last couple weeks, and within the last 5 days there's been 3 or 4 different mature bucks on them, so that means they're starting to get rowdy. We finna get out here with them and see if we can't do any good this morning. Feels like a spring morning. That remote ain't plugged in now. It's worth the trip right there. Good old flock of winter hens. Probably, how many in there, huh? Probably 30. They roosted right over this timber cut line just like they're supposed to be. Where we're at this morning, I put a camera in here about a week ago. There's 3 big community rubs. I mean, like big as round as one of those big as round as my thigh. And I figured putting that camera on that community rub would give us an idea of what was using this block of timber. And about 3 days ago, it was a giant 8-point, or I think it's even a 9, that showed up on it at about 8 o'clock in the morning. So there's a big one in the area. We're probably 150 yards away from that rub. Can't quite see it, but we're on a slough line where we should be able to see some deer traveling. If the wind act right, it's not right now. But anyway, thicket up there, a big open woods behind us. Deer should be coming out of the open woods going to the thicket. So wish us luck. So, I thought about sitting east and the sun might be in our eyes, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. And the direction we're pointing is where we think the deer ought to be moving, and I can't see if there was a deer over there. So, we're going to gather all our junk up and move a couple 100 yards. It's still early in the morning, and I don't expect deer to be coming through here till about 8, so we're gonna make a move because I don't think it's gonna be no better in the sun. I can't see nothing. Stop number 2 this morning. Our first spot had the sun in our eyes and we couldn't see nothing. So made a big loop around this. There's a bunch of different sloughs that come in together. None of them have water in them, but it's a topography change, and that's a lot of times what deer like to use for travel. We made a big loop around. We actually probably 200 yards from the river, and then probably 200 yards from where I had the camera at. So kind of in the middle of somewhat of a pinch point. And gonna sit here a while and see what we see. It's a pretty beautiful morning. It's 25 degrees and big old frost. And deer all start stirring here pretty fast. Well, we hunted this morning and didn't see nothing. But we're back in Yazoo today on the Big Black and going in a spot we ain't ever hunted before. I put a camera out here the other day, but it ain't been working. So don't know what's here. Could be a booner, could be nothing. But it's a gorgeous day and we're gonna be in the middle of a big old hardwood bottom, and I promise you ain't nobody gonna be complaining about the view. So we're finna get in here and find a spot to sit. Ain't too bad. we've got our home for the afternoon situated, I think. Kind of where we're at. This particular property is just huge hardwoods, and there's little bitty thickets and old slough lines and just elevation changes that run kind of sporadic throughout the place. And when you get closer to the Big Black River, it kind of goes up a hill. Doesn't really make sense a lot if you're thinking about getting closer to the river, it going up, but it does right here. And it's pretty thick up here on this ridge. And I had a camera here back in the summer and had several good bucks on it. And I've been in here a time or two since then scouting. And every time I've been in here, I've seen deer between here and the river. If you, when a hunter moves the camera around, you'll be able to see some pine trees way down there. That's right on the other side of the river, so we're about, 400 yards from the river, 350. And theoretically, these bucks should be using that river to kind of like their landmark to where they travel up and down looking for does. So, and it's a good scenario. Right here close to a barrier, and you got thicket all around us. A big thicket line that runs right across here and crosses about 100 yards from us. So I'm hoping they're using that to travel. We'll see. It's a good time of year. It's December the 11th, I think, and within the next week or so, the rut should just start really elevating and progress. Old school hunting. Don't know what we hunting. Don't know what's down here, but it's in a good spot, so we're gonna be patient and find out. Looking like me. Just adjust your head. Yeah, let's say just think down one way or another. Alright, we got settled down in a spot down the power line. And the weatherman was calling for a northeast wind. To give y'all some reference, that's north. This is east. Me and Hunter were sitting there. Like, yeah, that wind feels like it's hitting us in the back of the head. Oh, maybe it's just a gust. Maybe it's just swirling. But we kept sitting there and it kept hitting us in the back of the head, so we had to pull an audible. Didn't really want to get down this far towards the river, because I think we're on top of our deer right here, but kind of had to with the way the wind was doing. But you can see 300-400 yards down this power line. Deer should be moving north and south. There's a pretty big trail that crosses about 75 yards right here, and another one about every 150 yards. This trails across. It's not all our land, but it's probably 5,000 acres that way of nothing but hardwoods, and the same this way. So who knows what we'll see. We're gonna be here to find out, though. About 30 minutes before dark. We ain't seen squat, so I'm gonna grunt a little bit, hoping something in the area here can come check us out. You see him down there? That's a big deer on it. It is a fine December morning. We're in the Mississippi Delta, and I am missing a boot. Is it on that seat?
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. I was finna be wearing a hey dude and a boot. Kind of running late this morning, but it's just now breaking daylight. And honestly, I like going in when I can see a lot better than using a light anyway. Especially doing what we're doing this morning, because we don't know where we're gonna sit. We're up here in Sharkey County, what we call Blandon, and gonna go sit on a big long road running through a big old WRP bottom, as thick as a cat's hide has been in a kookaburra thicket. It's wrapped up in kookaburras. If you ever seen a cat wrapped in kookaburras, you know that's pretty thick. So we're finna get in there and get set down. I don't think he's real big.
Fight.
You see him?
Yeah, they're fighting.
One of them's a dink. One behind the one looks decent though.
The one that's still out there is a decent one.
Three-year-old. We just got sat down, and I looked up the road, just ranging a couple spots, and there was a buck in the road, and all of a sudden there was two bucks, and they was sparring, and another buck came out. So we've already seen 3 bucks and ain't been there 2 minutes. Hunter ain't even got set up good yet. This is gonna be freaking cool if it works. $350 to the end. Two coyotes. Two yoke dogs. Well, the weatherman is wrong once again. Wind's supposed to be coming out of the east, which is this way, coming across like this. It's not. It's blowing every way that way, so we're going to have to make a move. The good thing is, we mobile. I don't know about agile, but we mobile. It's still plenty early enough to make a move and not hurt a thing. Might as well do it now before it gets too late. See her? Another one behind her. This is our third set, and it's probably going to be our last one. We've just been slipping around and finding good side and sitting down a little while. That is one good thing about in WRP ground like this. There's good roads everywhere, and you can slip without really messing anything up. But this spot right here is kind of four-way. We came in from the south right here. We got a northeast wind blowing right back this way. Big thicket out in front of us. Actually had two does cross just right when we got set down. And I'm hoping there's a big old 8-point around there somewhere. That's what we're looking for anyway. I'm gonna see if we can't get him out of there. Up in the road. What is it? Yeah, I know it wasn't no big buck. No. Maybe she got something behind her. Young buck. Get some good footage in there. That joker looked real big when I first seen him walking away. Running around here. What he done seen? Another doe coming out. That's what he ran in there after. Here he come back after. Something else going in there too, Hunter. Another buck. A 3-year-old. Hey y'all, here's a little update on what we've been doing this morning. This camera lens a little dusty. Y'all gonna have to forgive him, he's a rookie behind the camera. But it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and Austin and I had a pretty decent hunt this morning. We saw some deer and had a couple pretty nice bucks come barreling across the lane on a doe. I don't know how good the footage is, but anyway, I'm finna get ready. Look at it. Own personal chef.
Oh yeah.
What we got today for lunch?
Peanut butter and jelly on Hawaiian rolls. Bread.
Peanut butter jelly on Hawaiian rolls. I mean, sweet, salty with your peanut butter.
Got some moon pies to go with it. I mean, some cream pies to go with it.
And he loves his cream pies. Ain't no doubt about that.
Payday in the cooler.
Is that mine?
That's yours?
There ain't enough peanut butter on there for me.
Shoot, I don't know if I can get no more. That's pretty thick.
Pretty thick, yeah, okay.
Get your lemon juice in.
So tell me, Austin, first year being around TV stuff or video making stuff, what do you think so far?
A lot of fun. A lot more work that goes into it than I thought it was going to be. I think a lot of people thought it would be, but this whole leaving every morning at 4:30 and getting home at 8 and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the back of the truck, it's a lot of fun. Love it.
You put more on here than you put on mine.
You want to switch?
Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, that's heavier.
Good. Fix that problem too, dude. We can always add some. All you gotta do is ask me.
What you think this afternoon? Think we're gonna kill one?
I feel pretty good about this. It's my new favorite spot. Minus missing a door, we're gonna be good to go.
That shooting house we're going to. I'm finna show it to you. That's about 500 yards from us right now, but it's missing a door. Ain't got no windows in it. We had to go find some chairs to go into it. So don't y'all think, just because we got these nice properties to hunt, that we got nice shooting houses. I can promise you there'll be a nice one there next year, but this is what we're doing this year, is figuring all this stuff out, what we got to do next year to make this property the best it can be. Next time y'all see us, we'll be up in that thing. Been up in the stand all of about 15 minutes. Really just getting settled up here. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like an hour and a half drive for Austin and I to be over here. So we just make the day out of it when we come. And we don't have a camp here yet, so we just kind of spend the whole day in the woods. We made us a sandwich. I got up in here like extra early. We had some real estate stuff, sales going on that we had to take care of, as far as like getting contracts and stuff wrote up for our client. So we've been taking care of that the last 15 or 20 minutes. And looked up, and there's an 8-point standing there. He's got a doe in his thicket right here somewhere on his ditch. They went up in there. Look behind him, there's another buck. And then 30 seconds later, Austin looked up the road. And if you haven't noticed yet, we ain't got a door on this shooting house. I think we talked about that at the truck. He looked up the road, and here comes the phone walking down the road. So, if it keeps going like it is, we're going to have a good afternoon. Hope it doesn't. Hope it's not one of these things, false hope. Like, all of a sudden you start seeing a bunch of deer, then when it actually gets time to start seeing deer, you don't see nothing. But here comes a doe out. That's going to be the one that buck's with. See this other buck coming out by the pole over here.
No, but that's a good buck right there that just looked out.
Is that a different one?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a shooter.
I thought so.
Yeah. Yep.
While he's calm, make sure I'm in focus. Everything looks good.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
What about that? I double lunged him, he's toast.
There's another buck standing over there by the pole.
I know, that's the one I was talking about, little buck.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that now. I saw that one pop out.
Hey, what time is it?
2:04.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I was saying, we ain't been here 15 or 20 minutes. And that buck, we had a camera as a crow flies maybe 400 yards from here. And about a month ago, we got pictures of just this old looking 5 or 6 year old. He's a 10 point, I think, but he's got a crazy looking side. And we knew like he's 100% old enough to shoot. And a while ago, we had that 8 point come out, and he pushed the doe off in this thicket in this disc row. Well, just a minute ago when I was talking, a doe popped out right there. I was like, well, that's probably the doe that little 8 was with. And seen that buck pop out behind her, and Austin's like, that's a pretty good buck right there. And I looked at him and saw that funky side. I was like, I ain't got to think about that one. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Mississippi Delta rut is rocking, y'all. It's December 20th. If you got any land in the South Delta, or you looking for some land in the South Delta, you need to be in a stand about the 3rd week of December, because things be happening. And honestly, we've got enough time to go look at him. There goes the other buck, little 8 point.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Yep. And honestly, we got enough time to go look at that buck, get him loaded up in the truck, and go hunting somewhere else. Golly, that's fun. That's our first deer kill together.
Yeah.
That's Austin. That's your first kill to film too, though, ain't it? Like buck.
Yeah.
You ain't
That's
filmed.
it.
Austin's maiden voyage behind the camera here, or it's not his first time filming, but his first buck kill on camera, and that's a good one to do it on.
Oh yeah.
Let's go look at him. Look now. I know y'all are jealous of our shooting houses, but it's all right, 'cause we can build y'all one just like that. This place, we closed on it back in October of this year, and going to develop it and hopefully turn it into a really, really, really nice managed whitetail and duck place here in the Delta. And didn't want to put a lot of money into shooting houses and stuff this fast, and until we started figuring out what we needed to do and where we needed and how many we needed. But hey, it got the job done. It's in a good spot, obviously. And buck's still laying right there. Let's go look at him. If you can't tell, we've had very, very limited pressure on this place this year. And it's almost, I ain't gonna say it's like a zoo or nothing like that, or they're tame, but the rut's happening. That was a little buck.
Shall I?
Yeah. Let's go look at the thing, get him out of here before we mess up something. When you talk about a mature buck, and you always talk about how big the front of them are compared to the back, prime example right here. Look at this joker. Look at the head on that dude. Look at that. I tell you what, that's a big old bodied rascal, and there ain't no slouch on the horns either. That's a really, really cool deer. Look how his brow tines, he's a funky shaped dude, ain't he? Oh, he'd be a 10-point if both sides matched, and a really nice 10-point. This side, I don't know if he injured it or what, but
He's a 10-point as he sits.
True that, but I'm proud of him. he's a cool deer. We've worked on this place really a lot since July, and it had been grown up, and you didn't know where the roads were, really didn't know where the food plots were. And I think I started up here, in July, Austin?
Yeah.
About 5 days a week on a tractor between me and Mr. Joe Fortenberry, bush hogging, and he was working on the track hoe, getting all this stuff where it would drain out, and I was trying to get all the roads situated and figure out where everything is. And it's been a work in progress this year, and learning a new place that you had no history on, really have no idea where to hunt or where the good spots are, and it's a learning process for sure. And this year it's always tough the first year you hunt a new place, and I can't say I'm complaining too much now though, because look at that. And it is about 2:20 in the afternoon on December the 20th, and Austin and I have got our first buck kill together. And
It's the first buck kill on this property.
this is the first buck that's been shot on. We don't even know what we're calling this place yet. We're calling it Blandon for right now. It's in Blandon, Mississippi, Onward, Mississippi. This is the first buck that's been shot on this place. It's about 2,300 acres up here, and been really, really selective on what we wanted to shoot, just trying to grow a really quality age class, because there's not a lot of old deer here right now. And this is one of the oldest ones we've had on trail camera this year. Him and another big 8-point, and a couple more that are 5 or 6 years old. But we guessed this buck being 5+, and that's what we're trying to do, and it's working so far. I can't imagine what it's going to be like a year from now, because Lord knows we've probably got 35 or 40 3-year-olds on camera just on this property here, and it's probably more than that around that we haven't seen. But it's going to be an outstanding property moving forward, and glad to have a part in making it better and helping develop it. I'm certainly proud to put my hands on this dude. He's been running hard, no backbone showing, and mighty fine day, y'all. I appreciate y'all watching. And thank you. If you will, like and subscribe to Consumed. It really help us out trying to get this thing off the ground, and I hope y'all enjoyed watching this. Thank you.